Department is set to release September inflation data next month, and shortly after that, the Social Security Administration will announce the official cost of living adjustment for next year.
Here to talk about that and much more is Social Security Administration Commissioner Martin O'Malley, along with our financial expert Terry Savage, who wrote the book Social Security Horror Stories. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
What do you like? Is it comforting to hear that someone wrote a book called Social Security Horror Stories?
We just made friends, Robin.
Right.
I'm his fan club. Let me just say this before we start. These horror stories of people being clawed back $21 billion of Social Security's mistakes have been going on for a number of years. When Commissioner O'Malley came in 8 months ago, he bravely stood up to Congress and said, we're stopping that. We're going to limit it to 10%. We're going to get back our mistakes, but we're not taking people's checks completely. So
talk
on that basis.
Talk about what that actually means for people who don't know. So if people overpaid, it was tough to get money back. Is that what you're fixing?
We are a very large agency.
Right.
And this agency has strived to get the right amount to the right person at the right time, and they've done so for 89 years. And the employees that kept those checks going out all through COVID, I think we all deserve a sort of, thanks. They deserve a thanks from all of us. Could you imagine what would have happened in our country if they hadn't gotten those checks out? But because it's such a large agency, yes, on occasion there's mistakes. And Congress and statute requires that we make, as an agency, every effort to recoup any overpayment that we make to people accidentally. Now, we haven't found that we make more mistakes. It's in the 2% range, but it's a large agency. And because our staffing has been reduced by Congress to a 50-year low, 50-year low.
Yeah.
With all-time high because of, I'll just speak for myself here, because of baby boomers of my generation swelling our ranks. We're serving more customers than ever with fewer staff than we've had in 50 years. So it takes us longer to get to those overpayments. But now we did make a change in policy just a few months ago that says that if someone doesn't wait in the line, someone doesn't wait on what had been and has now been reduced, but long wait times on the 800 number, and they don't work out a repayment plan of that overpayment, then the default was that we would intercept 100% of an elderly person's check. We no longer do that. Our business is people, serving people, keeping people who have earned their benefits their whole lives out of poverty, not putting them under a bridge because of cruel-hearted clawback.
Well, people are wondering if Social Security is even going to be there when they retire. People are living longer, the population is older, it's not growing. Is the solution raising the age? Is it immigration?
Yeah, there's one of the stories that gets people always to kind of click on and read is the screaming headline that Social Security is going broke.
Yeah.
Social Security is not going broke. Social Security cannot go broke. And that is because the dollars we pay out are the same dollars that people pay in any given year. It is true, however, that in order to cover the demographic bulge of the baby boomers becoming retirement age, we built up over time a large surplus reserve in the trust fund. And it is true that that is going to be totally paid out by 2035 now. It was pushed off a year because of...
That's not that far.
When we were younger, we thought it was...
Yeah, so what's the plan? What's the plan in 2035?
Well, that's the piece that Congress, again, has to adjust for. And that's what Congress does. Periodically throughout the history of the program, Congress will look at the long-term future and make adjustments. And I believe that's what they'll do now. Social Security, despite political polarization in our country, is supported by 80% of Americans, regardless of party, believe we should strengthen it and make it healthier.
Terry, what's your question?
Maybe after the election, that Congress will get its act together and deal with how to fund future generations. Because otherwise,
the current customer service crisis. I mean, we can talk all we want about the benefits, but Congress has reduced our staffing to a 50-year low. And guess what? People already paid for the customer service to access those benefits.
Yeah, your computer systems are behind. They weren't able to match up these pension payments people received, thus many of the overpayments. I have two quickies for you. You bravely said to Congress you might limit the clawbacks to 18 months because some clawbacks go back many, many years as you find them.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to do that. There's some things I could do in statute. For example, giving greater leeway to the frontline workers to waive overpayments and also shifting the burden from making people prove they didn't know to, and then instead it's on us. But there's some things I cannot do, and only Congress can. But I hope that Congress, I think there's a lot of bipartisan support for putting a time limit on how far back you can go on a debt. We were talking earlier, some kids accumulate debts when they're on SSI as kids and only learn that they were overpaid once they, are older or disabled or apply. So a lot of really good people though who care about their mission of serving people, and this is the greatest act of compassion and caring any free people ever enacted, Social Security, and we all need to support its long-term health and future.
Well, I'm sure
glad
Terry
you're
has
there.
about a million questions for you in the green room.
Afterwards, but we're glad you're there to
Thank
be
you.
taking care of this.
It's my
Martin
honor.
O'Malley, Terry Savage, thanks for being here. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Hey, Paul.
Hi, you guys. Looking at sunshine out there right